So Kevin, welcome to the shop.
Thank you.
What are we going to do for you today?
Well, there's two things. The beard, I kind of like it looking a bit rustic and not too lined up.
Okay.
So the cheek line, I'm kind of happy where that sits up the top, so not cutting in too much, just tidying it up a little bit. My neckline, again, naturally kind of sits here, which I'm happy with. And just remove the tufts. It's more just creating a shape at the bottom.
Okay.
I kind of like the natural curve shape as opposed to anything too straight.
Yeah.
And then up the sides and into the hair, it's just, I have small pigeons and birds that kind of sit in there. Some mornings I find beaks sticking out, so I know that needs just to be thinned out a little bit. Hair-wise...
Yeah, that's been getting caught in the trees.
I lied to my, my wife. Many years ago, I said, look, I'm going to go really grey, but I'm always going to have a very thick head of hair. I'll never go bald. I've discovered over the last few years that was a lie, and I am actually going bald. So I'm finding I've got sort of strongish section at the front, and just in here, it's beginning to thin out.
Okay, yeah.
I always said I don't want to be one of those guys that has to every morning try and kind of comb things into place to hide the scalp, and it's disturbing when I look in mirrors or... if you're under bright lights and you can just see lots of skin here. So I don't know whether to go for something very extreme, very short, choppy, or even going for like a buzz cut and going very, very short and doing your masterful blends on the side into something a little bit longer top, whatever you think would work. I haven't point shaved it all off completely.
Well, I think that you think that you're going thinner more than you actually are. I don't know whether you're at a point where you need to have it all buzzed off.
No, I know I've got something up there.
You've got a good amount of hair up there, and I think that maybe you're not really at the point where you need to do that. I mean, if you want to do it, that's great. If it's a choice that you just want to have a real change, you really want to go for something different, brilliant. But if you're doing it because you think you have to, then that's not the reason. Yeah,
and it's not a case, I think it's more just when I look in the mirror and you kind of see just this.
You can see that. It's starting to look thin.
It's not as thick as I'd like, which means I have to work quite hard. And as I've said before, I'm quite lazy. Yeah. And so generally when I go out, I always have the hair coming forward, and I thought, your style at the moment, you've got that really... sort of blend. I know
I've got very thin on top,
But it's kind of the way it comes forward. I kind of like that.
Well, we can do that. We can do that if you want. We can go in really, really tight on the sides, and I can cut the top in really short and textured. And if you say to me, do you know what, Mahesh, now you've done that, I fancy just having it taken off, we can just take a bit more off. We can't stick it back on. Well, we can stick it back on. Oh, that was stupid. We've tried it.
It might come off in the shower.
My wife was sat next to me the other day. She was doing that to me, and I was like, "Don't do that, babe, because you're going to brush it all off." She's rubbing all my hair off top of the head, Carlos.
I kind of like the full moustache.
Yeah.
I'm kind of growing used to this now, so I'm kind of trying to grow it in a little bit.
Yeah.
The one thing I do find is that the very end bits that they're out here, they grow really quick. How do I manage that at home? Just general.
Well,
when
I do mine in the morning, I just dry it because I sort of give it a little bit of a blow dry in the morning.
Yeah.
So when I get out of the shower or whatever, I just damp it down. If I'm not having if I'm not going to wash my beard, if I just damp it down a little bit, and I'll blow dry it. So I start to blow dry it coming over one way and then blow dry it coming over the other way with a comb.
Yep.
And you tend to find that it starts to naturally find its way. But what I'll do is I'll trim it up so that it sits better. And it might be just the fact that because it's just grown out, it hasn't been cut to do that. Yeah. So we'll cut it to make it look like it's supposed to do that.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's nice to have it sort of full, but it gets crazy. It looks like I'm entering like moustache competitions or something after a while. The kids are hanging off it at home. It's horrible.
So this definitely needs a good haircut today, doesn't it? Look at that. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, I said I was lazy, didn't I?
Yeah. So I'm going to go in with a 2, I think, to start with, just to see how you feel with that. Like I say, we can go shorter. I'm not going to cut into the beard. We're going to go in with a 2 because I just want to remind myself, because like I say, it's been 4 months since I've cut it. So I want to remind myself of what the hair does, how it lays. So I'm just going to take away a little bit of the bulk and we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, the 2 looks, from where I'm sat, it looks a good length.
Yeah, so a two is a good length because it's a nice, it's short, but it doesn't look like you're going to try and be going for that sort of skin fade thing, you know. So we'll take it up to the crown, just below the crown, because we're gonna come in shorter from the back and then maybe give it a little bit of length, keep a little bit of length through the front. Okay. And then we got our new security guard, and he likes to eat the hair on the floor.
He's eating the hair.
He likes to eat hair.
Crazy dog.
He's a crazy dog.
A lot of dogs do that.
A lot of dogs like eating hair. I don't know why that is.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah.
Mate, that's not good, mate.
Don't eat the hair. I don't think we pay him enough. So he's not earning. He's on minimum dog wage, which is 3 treats an hour. So what's your travel time to here? Is what, 45 minutes?
About 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation this morning with one of the playground mums, and I said how excited I was to be coming to see Mahesh. As I know that, in fact, the last time I came to see, I posted up we did a selfie before I left.
We did.
And my friend in New Zealand he's watched the channel and he's followed your haircuts, and so he was really jealous.
Actually, I think next week I've got a guy. Next Tuesday, I've got a guy coming in who's saying that he's travelling around Europe. He's from New Zealand.
Yeah, haircuts.
And he's coming in to get a haircut. He's booked an appointment with me to come and get a haircut on next Tuesday. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this in just to see how that top sits. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the weight out through the sides and just blend it in a little bit, okay? And then we'll have a little look, see how short we're going to go with it on the top, all right?
Beautiful.
Oh, security's here.
I've not seen the movie yet.
He's got hair. How has he got hair on his back? He's a weird guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
You're a weird guy.
Chewing on my dear Farrah.
He's got hair on his back, and it looks like he's got a child's toy in his mouth. He fits in well because he's not really all there, so that's good. He sort of joins in with the rest of the group. So one thing that I've noticed about your hairline is coming further back, so we can do one of the two things. We can keep it so it's a little bit longer, so it sort of comes across it and it looks soft across it, or we can go short. But I'm going to cut it anyway.
Yes.
We'll start off and we'll see how we go. And I'm going to let you choose because you're the owner. Yeah. You walk away with it, not me.
I'll be in the comment section later.
Yeah. So did you find it easy booking it in?
The booking system was amazing.
Good.
Yes, and I'm very pleased that I can actually book, because I always feel really guilty when you walk in and then there's a barber that's free and he says, do you want to come and sit down, mate? And you say, can I just wait for Mahesh? And I always feel really guilty doing that. I don't like it. So
And it makes Mahesh's ego even bigger.
yeah, just if that was me, I'd be thinking, oh, what's wrong with my scissors?
What are you talking about? He's the only guy that waits for me, and he comes in every 4 months. So it's like
Yeah, so no, it was really easy to book in, actually, and I nearly booked other things, but I've managed to book the right thing. So
yeah. Well, I've been sort of trialing it in the evenings, the bookings, and it went really well. And a lot of people are like time sensitive, aren't they? So we have got the walk-in thing still. People are still having, we still got with the other guys. They're still doing walk-ins, but I've decided just because I've got other stuff going on and family commitments and stuff, so I can manage my time better if I know what I've got coming in.
yeah, no, it's no, I like it that way.
Okay, so we're going to start off a little bit shorter through the back, and then maybe work our way towards the front. Yeah, his dog's called Gucci, but we've decided not to call him Gucci because it's Gucci. So we've decided to call him Gooch. Gooch is much better, isn't it? Gucci does not sound like a barbershop dog. No, he looks more like a Gary or a Philip.
That's what I thought, yeah.
I would call him Gary or Den or Dennis. Dennis.
He hasn't even brought a poo bag.
I think what we should do is we should get like one of those mini goats, those dwarf goats for in here. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Something different,
Yeah. It just jumps around all over everyone's desk and knocks their clippers and scissors everywhere. And have you used Beardbrand oils before?
I have.
Yeah.
I had to say that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to make a Mahesh one, so it smells like incense and almond milk.
I would not know.
Incense and 5-year-old yoga mat.
My doggies, mate.
Ah, the wife. Hola.
Even here.
He's there. Look inside the shop.
Who's there?
Come in. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Hello. More dogs. Sorry, Kevin. Just
No, I like
look,
dogs.
your
it's fine.
whole haircut has been taken over by dogs.
I know, the comments will be saying, it's so unprofessional, these dogs, it's like a
Yeah,
kennel
it's
club
like
or something
it's like
going
a
on.
kennel club in here.
That poor customer. You've given me hope that maybe I've got a little bit more hair than I thought.
Yes.
And I think that might pass the wife test as well.
I think so. I think, yeah, you've got some length through there, and then you can either just wear it coming forward and textured, or you can push it over to one side a little bit and wear it, or push it back
Yeah, I like that. The way
like
you
this.
just lift
Yeah,
that
just
front up.
just so by keeping a little bit of length in there, it means that you've got the options to play with it, but it's short through the back. I think you're going to find it a little bit easier to manage, and you can just leave it to just do its own thing.
Yeah, no, that's great. I love that.
So rather than going in with the option of just taking the clippers straight to it, I thought let's try this first. And
That's why I came to you, Mahesh.
thank you.
When I'm despairing at home, looking in the mirror. At least you're not going to get any comments that you look better before.
Oh, I think
Everyone's
he should.
gonna be like,
he
no,
should.
this-
I can't. Or the other classic. Oh, I can't see any difference. Has he actually done anything?
I like when people advise you how you should have cut the hair.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, opinions are like everyone's got one, aren't they?
Got that helium head feeling, when you remove a lot of bulky hair and you have air on your scalp. Feels nice.
Guy, come here. Let's go.
I'm going to. I think I'm going to go. I'm going to go back shorter a bit on the. I need to start talking about more products, don't I? Product placement. Yeah, these Dr. Martens that I'm wearing while I'm cutting your hair.
I'm going to buy a pair.
Yeah, I love Dr. Martens, mate. Yeah, it's all about. There you go. Is that all right? Chicken. Yeah, sponsorship by Dr. Martens now.
And then you have to say, we have no affiliation with Doc Martens in this video. It's not sponsored. I just love Doc Martens. And they vegan Doc Martens. No.
Beard time. What we need is we need to get Jack to put like like the old Batman series when it had pow and we need to have beard time like that.
You've gone shorter with your beard.
I have gone short with my beard. It's so much easier. I will say that a lot of people go on about having the long beard, and the long beard's great and it looks cool and I enjoyed having it, but I will say I've cut down my morning schedule by about 15 minutes.
I do find I do like event work, and I do find when people have had a few beers, they start complimenting me on the beard, and some people like to touch it, and you get these kind of just hands appearing. They don't ask first. They entwine their fingers in it. I had one bloke going, my wife just loves a beard, mate, and she's just grabbing and pulling on it.
I'll tell you what, I had probably more attention from men than women about the beard, because you get a lot of women that really don't like them. And I think women that really, really love beards, they're not quite so. There's not so many of them.
Yeah, after a few drinks though.
Yeah. I've been in the toilets in the gents in the toilets, drying my hand under the dryer, and a guy's just come over and just started doing that to me. I'm like, what are you doing, mate? You're in a men's toilet. Why are you touching my beard? And he's like, oh, I really felt like I needed to touch it. And I said to him, I really feel like you need to step away from me. So I just put a little bit of lotion on just to dry it with. Just want to make sure that there's no stragglers. I know you want it to look quite natural and quite soft looking, so I'm trying not to make it look too contoured.
Yeah.
The thing is about the beard trim is that, you know, you can go really, really contoured with it and really, really...
Good, you need to the dogs were mad.
You know, really, really sort of straight lines and edges and stuff, and that's great if that's the look that you're going for, but I know you're not going for that look, so... Okay, so let's have a little look at the moustache, see what's going on there. So you sort of like the length as
I
it is?
like having sort of a fuller moustache,
Yeah.
and sometimes I will whop a bit of wax in and kind of flick it up. But it's the ends just kind of go crazy long, they just wander off.
I can see.
But it's knowing how to trim them.
Just like that.
So I'm just gonna see. It's about finding what is moustache and what is beard as well. So I'm just gonna take up what would be moustache here. And then just cutting round at an angle, so it's coming down, so it's coming that way.
Yeah.
And the thing is with moustaches is that you cut a tiny bit off, and you think, oh, is that all you're cutting off? But actually, you really notice a difference.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's, you know, you can tuck the very ends off, and you don't really think it's very much coming off, but actually, it does make a big difference to the.
We find with like tutorials online, what works for one person doesn't work for another.
No, it's it.
And you try and sort of adopt these techniques, and you think, no, that's just gone horribly wrong. Got like half a moustache.
And that's it. I mean, that's the difference between each barber. Is, you know, we've all got our own ways. We all have our own customer base. You know, and what suits what one person doesn't suit another, and the way that one person works doesn't it's not the way that everyone works. Yeah. So, you know.
But you're definitely top two, Mahesh.
So I'm just going to take off some of those little bits there, like keeping that, like you say, the hairline natural for you. All right. Yeah. The thing is, it's great cutting it in, but you know, at the end of the day, unless you're going to go back over it in 3 days' time and keeping it like that, it's pointless. Yeah. Pointless. Keep doing it. So you've got a good length in there now. It's coming in. You know, and it's scooping round nicely, and you got that roundness to it now. So I'm just going to just have a little feel underneath. But now I've drawn it out and pulled it out a little bit, you can actually really see that you've got some nice length in there. And I'm not cutting to the sides too much because I want them to be, I want it to look like it's like you said, a softer and more natural look to the beard. Yeah. Instead of sort of contoured and quite strong. It's got a better shape to it.
Yeah, I love that.
The hair looks better like that, I think, just, you know, having it a little bit textured. Now it's sort of drying in.
New man.
Yeah, let's dry you through a little bit. Let's use a little bit of the sea salt spray. So this is the Spice Citrus one.
Yes.
Have you used that one before?
I've not used any of the sea salt sprays. I did try making my own, but went a bit too salty.
Oh, did it?
I sound very metrosexual, don't I? Make my own sea salt spray. I did actually do that, that's true.
Salty AF.
Yeah. So you'll find this easy to do, Kevin, because you can literally towel dry this.
Yeah.
Get out of the shower, towel dry it, brush it forward.
Yeah.
And pop a little bit of product in it, and happy days.
What product do you recommend?
So, a sea salt, you can either just use a sea salt spray if you want it just to look natural. Yeah. Or if you want a little bit of hold in there, I'm going to suggest maybe something matte, like a clay or a fibrous product. And the thing is with the clays and the fibrous products is that they tend to thicken the hair up a little bit as well, so it will make it feel a bit thicker for you. So yeah. So would you like a little bit of oil in the beard?
Of course.
Kevin?
Of course. Please.
I'm going to use. We use the. Actually, no. Let's use. Let's use a little bit of styling balm just to keep it in place. So we'll use this one's T Ranger. No, it's not. Tree Ranger. This one's Tree Ranger. We'll use this one. You only need a tiny bit.
You get loads in there, actually.
Yeah, you get loads. And it's like a cream, so it gives you that little bit of control as well. When you're stood in a cold, windy playground waiting for your children.
My beard will be on point.
Real. How's that, mate?
I think that is wonderful. That's amazing, thank you.
Good.
Semi-Viking, a little bit more growing.
Yeah.
Might be full Viking at some point.
Going to go a bit floky with it. That's what my wife says. I look like Floki with my hair like this.
And the tattoos.
And I need some black smears down the back of my head.
And on your face.
Down my face. Look like Alice Cooper.
Thanks for watching this video. Beardbrand has launched a private community called The Alliance. It's for men who are looking to invest in themselves and who are looking to keep on growing. Click the link over there and come join us, or stick around and watch some more awesome videos.